so they've been trying to push our children out of it. I was disappointed, and I don't mind saying it. I was disappointed with Barack Obama's speech the other day to education, when he was saying, you know, we can't all be rappers, we can't all be football players, we can't all be basketball players. Well, hell, that list goes on indefinitely. And one of the things that would have been at the top of the list is we can't all be black presidents of the United States. So I want to know, how is it that your dream to be the 44th president, the only obviously black one in the United States, is somehow a legitimate dream, and my dream to go and a hip, and a hip, 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 hip.
Woo!
How did that get to be an illegitimate, stupid thing? And I know a kid, Jay-Z, is one of the greatest young men on earth. He's a great businessman. He's married to one of the most beautiful women on earth. He has got everything. Who wouldn't want to be Jay-Z? Who wouldn't want to be Beyonce? And we in Cleveland have Halle Berry. I hope she gets happy now she had a baby. But who wouldn't want to be? I wish I looked like Halle Berry. You think I would take my butt to Hollywood? Now you get sick of that, because what they're trying to say to the youngsters, and I think that it needs to be said, is that what you have to do is assess who you are and what you want to be and what you're willing to work for to get. But don't sit there and tell them what they can't be, because the fact that you're there shows that they can. Now, what is a dumb thing? So I'm just hoping that Barack wakes up one morning and realizes who his friends are and who his friends aren't. Because he's given an awful lot of help to the people who aren't. And you and I, who worked our butts off for him, haven't gotten anything. You know, I'm not saying that Barack should be here at the Ohio Hip Hop Awards, but he could have sent greetings.
Right.
It's not that, you understand what I'm saying? Because we're the people that put that young man in office. And we're the people, the hip hop generation, when he got in office, the first thing he should have done, not the third, which he did, the first thing he should have done was to have Willie Young and all of them at the White House to celebrate, because that's who carried his butt to victory. And it's time that people quit being ashamed of being black and quit taking us for granted, and it's time that they need to go.
Yes.
Someone just asked me what the truth means to me. That's what it means. That's what it means, because somebody has to say it. Barack needs to wake up. These people out here, you president of the United States, we kill them all. So you can't say, I will be nice and not gonna kill me. You're a president, you get killed. Let us go for it and get something done before they do. Think about it. Because Jack Kennedy said the same thing. He said, I'm in the second, and I'll let this go. But he said, in my second, when I get reelected, I'm going to stop this war. And 1,000 days later, he's dead. Tomorrow, for those of us who are Christians, we know the Bible teaches tomorrow's not given.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do what you have to do today while you are here. You have to live in this moment and do the best that you can do. And that's for everybody. That's you, me, and everybody else. But we have a commitment on this book, and I was excited about it. What I know about hip-hop, I know the antecedents. So I needed help. And I called a friend of mine. You may know him, Kwame Alexander's young man I taught. And Kwame is now grown, and he's a really good poet. I said, Kwame, I'm doing this book on hip-hop, and I need help, because I kind of stopped somewhere around Biggie and Tupac. And I know Kanye. You know, I know who Kanye is. I think he's a great kid. And I thought that was fun, you know, him taking that mic from that kid. Oh, come on. I mean, they've got everybody publicity. No matter what you say, she didn't deserve it.
Oh, wow.
That was like, oh, you know, what was it, 10 or something? And like, Kanye took her moment away, but she didn't have no damn moment. That's the truth. But what I wanted to do with this book, and what we tried to do, at some point you have to cut a book off. And so I wasn't able to be as strong in some things as I wanted. But we have to go, if we sort of do antecedents, we actually have to go back to opera. And I was going to give a history of Romans, because I thought that was very important. You have to remember Hannibal, but somebody said, Nick, if you start doing that, this book is going to weigh you 500 pounds. But we know that the Carthaginians came, and we know that they took over Rome, and that they ran Rome for almost 400 years. So this we know. So there's a black presence. And we know right now, if you go to Rome, you see the difference between the Romans, for example, those people living in the south, and those people living up in the north. You can see total difference in the Mediterranean influence and not. So we know that the Romans and the gladiators are going to be very different from the Florentines and the Venetians, for example. And so we have the Romans and the gladiators, and we know that they built these Colosseums. And it's just a way of keeping people occupied, sort of like what Americans did with lynching. And it's crazy, but that's exactly it's entertainment. So what you going to do tonight? Oh, let's go lynch a black guy, right? That's what they did. It's a terrible thing. Let's torture him. Let's see whatever it is. Or let's go rape a black woman or whatever. This is the entertainment. The Romans codified that, put it together, put it in the Colosseum, and they said, let's go watch the Christians fight with wild animals. And everybody said, oh, that's a good idea. You know, the lions are going to attack the Christians are going to have a little knife, and we'll see if they survive. The lions, of course, always kill them. And everybody cheers. Well, the Romans finally realized, one, this is a really bad idea, and two, 90% of Rome is slaves. So how long is it going to take the gladiators to realize we should be killing them? If they want entertainment, if they want to see our blood, it should be spilled on them. So the Romans said, oh, we need to stop what we're doing. And when they did that, I'm sure somebody said, because there's always a little bean counter someplace, I'm sure somebody said, well, what are we going to do with the Colosseum? They said, well, I don't know, we'll think about it. But what they realized is that the people gossip. You and I know that. You and I, we are here on a Sunday morning, and we know that right now, major gossip is happening in every church.
Say that.
We know that. So they said, okay, what can we do to use the gossip? What can we do to use what the people are doing? Well, the people are also singing because they are Mediterranean people, and we hear that. We hear that in the we begin to hear that. The Roman church is going to pick up the call of the Muslims from Spain because
Yes.
we know that Spain is being occupied by the Moors. We're going to pick up that and the people are going to begin to tell their story as people have always done across the fence. So somebody said, well, we ought to